You know who you are. Amen. In Christ Jesus. Our scripture has already been read, but for the sake of audio video taping, again call our attention to Hebrews, the 11th chapter, and the 23rd verse, which reads simply, by faith, Moses was hidden by his parents for 3 months after his birth, because they saw that the child was beautiful, they saw that the child was intelligent, they saw that the child was smart, and so they were not afraid of Pharaoh's decision. Amen. I want to continue in our series, It's Complicated. This morning I want to title this particular message, It's Complicated Raising Kids in Egypt. It's complicated raising kids in Egypt. Father, in the name of Jesus, I thank you so much for your grace and for your mercy. Thank you for allowing us this opportunity to be in your presence. Thank you for these precious people who have assembled themselves in your presence. I pray now that you will take the preacher out of himself, hide behind thy cross, the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. Amen. Amen. I guess it was about 2 weeks ago, we finally went to see the newly released motion picture, Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2. Iron Man derives from the 1960s fictitious Marvel comic book superhero who was created to fight against the evil of communism. Iron Man is the creation of billionaire Tony Stark. Tony Stark inherits from his late father a major company that makes weapons for the United States military. But one of the scenes in the movie that caught my attention was when Tony Stark was a child and his father saw in him the genius that would take the company to a whole nother level. For Tony Stark's father admits to lacking the capability to take the company to the next level. And so he puts his hopes and his dreams into his son. And when I read the story of the birth of Moses and how his parents took him and hid him because they realized that the future of not just their family but their nation rested in the genius of their son, this led me to see just how complicated it can be raising children in a hostile environment. Are you in here today? For Moses' parents were trying to raise children in the hostile environment of Egypt. They're in Egypt because 350 years before there was a famine in the land, and Joseph, a son of Israel, had saved Egypt from the famine, and because of his genius, Israel was allowed to stay in Egypt. And so 350 years after Joseph had used his God-given skills to save Egypt from a famine, Exodus chapter 1 and verse 8 says that there arose a Pharaoh that knew not Joseph. And this particular Pharaoh started attacking the future. He started attacking the future of Israel. And the future of Israel was its children. For Pharaoh is now attacking Israel's children. Exodus chapter 1 verse 22 confirms that all of the male children were to be killed. And one of the observations that God impressed upon me in this story was the fact that Israel was never supposed to have stayed in Egypt in the first place. For Egypt was to be a temporary and not a permanent. But Israel took what was to be temporary and made it permanent, which means that they never got where they were supposed to be. But one of the things that God showed me in this story was that whenever you mistake temporary for permanent, something crazy will break out in that temporary location. But that's what happened to Israel. For Israel mistook Egypt as a permanent location when it was meant as a temporary solution to a temporary problem. And now they are reaping the repercussions that would have been avoided had they not mistaken temporary for permanent. That was the first observation that the Lord gave me. The second observation was, according to Exodus chapter 1 and verse 7, the Israelites became too big and too blessed in Egypt. For remember, when they came 350 years earlier, it was 70 of them, but now, according to the census, it is 2 million of them. They've grown from 70 to 2 million. And you know, growth will always intimidate insecure people. For growth will always drive people who have a Pharaoh spirit crazy. For Israel became too big and too blessed in the wrong place. But how many of you know that you can get too big and become too blessed in the wrong place? And how you can tell you're too big and you're too blessed in the wrong place is when those around you start trying to kill you. When those around you start trying to kill your future and kill your dreams and kill your vision. So we see here that everybody can't handle your bigness and your blessing. In Iron Man 2, one of the things that messed me up was that the very thing that made Iron Man so strong was also the very thing that was killing him. The suit that he wore, the Iron Man suit that he wore was leaking poison into his bloodstream. So the thing that blessed him, watch this, it was also killing him. For what do you do when what's blessing you is also killing you? For the blessing that was affecting the world was also causing some in the world to hate him and to want him dead. And in Israel's case, instead of celebrating the blessing that was on Israel, Egypt instead wanted to kill the blessing. And whenever someone is trying to kill your future, it makes it difficult for you to raise your kids in that environment. For Egypt turned its demonic plot against Israel's children. Yet the word is recorded that Egypt first tried to kill Israel by instituting a murderous birth control plan, which was to have the midwives kill the babies as soon as they were born. But the Bible says that the midwives feared God. In other words, they respected God. What do you mean? Well, they loved God more than they loved their paychecks. They loved God more than they loved their jobs. They loved God more than they loved their friendships and their associations and all of the accolades and the acknowledgments that they were getting. And because of their love for God, they refused to sell out. I come to tell somebody today, you don't need to sell out. You don't need to give up. You don't need to throw in the towel. Just love God. Word says, though, when that particular plan did not work, Pharaoh started not to watch to build prisons. He started building prisons. He started building prisons to match Israel's third grade reading rate. You missed that. He started to build prisons to match Israel's birth rate. He started to allow drugs to filter into their communities. And he made it hard for the parents to raise their children and make a living all at the same time. For Pharaoh decides to kill the kids. He makes a decision, a calculated decision.